Start streaming.
Okay, here we are. It's black though.
Oh, I see we're live now.
Okay.
Okay, I got me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear everybody. We're good.
We're good? Okay,
And it's
cool.
live. Oh, I like this. What's this background? What's this? What is that?
It's Guy Pearce and the Count of Monte Cristo.
Okay. That's perfect. That's a perfect image for this
Okay.
conversation.
Okay, so sound is good. Sound is good.
Yeah.
Let me do this. Let's check.
I mean, mine looks like shit because it's fucking. I need a better LUT on this thing. But whatever. So what are we talking about here, Jay? Oh, you
Uh,
got you got your rig up behind you too.
yeah,
Perfect. We
yeah.
got the rigs ready.
I think I thought we were gonna start with I can show a couple pics because of we had a ruling over the weekend.
Whoa, that doesn't. Yeah, let's do it. It sounds important.
So important that there was nobody in the streets. You know,
There were there was nobody at all. It was empty.
I mean there was maybe 50 people, maybe. So, you know, it makes me sad because I think it's important. So to think that this ruling didn't really, nobody really gives a shit to go out there. It's kind of interesting.
We
Um,
had a pretty big thing here.
yeah, how big was it?
Yeah, a few thousand people.
Man, see, I mean, I guess there might have been a couple thousand people earlier in the day, but that's not when you need to show these guys what we're all about, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but people have been protesting a lot and nothing's been happening. So
Yeah, people might
maybe
be
maybe
tired, I
everyone's
guess.
everyone's fucking worn out. Like,
It's I don't know, it's sad. We actually had a conversation about this. This is interesting. There's got to get the name of the lady, but she wrote an essay basically saying that because we're so hyper imagery right now, that people are replacing their experiences with images, right? So,
hmm.
how do you get the next generation to go out into the streets if they need to? Because they've basically replaced their experiences with photos. So it's like, oh yeah, like I was out in the streets. I looked at all the Instagram posts. I was pretty much there. And there, we're all doing it, obviously, but you kind of replace the experience with that. So it's kind of an interesting
Are
topic.
you saying that younger generations are just doing online stuff and then going, I basically was protesting?
Pretty much, it's like, yeah,
Really? Hmm.
like I imagine it like if I hit the like button, I am contributing.
Yeah, but you're not. But that's completely useless.
That's my point. That's my
I
point.
mean that. Yeah, like that doesn't do it. Like, well, well, anybody listening to this that doesn't that thinks that if you share or if you sign a, even if you sign a, what are those called?
Oh yeah, the guys that bug you outside the grocery store.
You sign or like online. No, I'm saying online though. Like if they
Oh
have
yeah,
those,
yeah. The
they have like
petitions.
the petition. And you
Yeah.
sign, you think, oh, I'm signing a petition.
Uh-huh.
It does nothing. It's all nothing. Like you've, if unless people are in the streets and yelling about this and then talking to each other. I mean, that's where it really comes from, right? Because you talk to each other, you meet people, and people make connections, and then you do more. And that's
Exactly.
the only way. That's the only way you're gonna, or get part of an organization that already does that, and actually, physically puts your body somewhere and makes it annoying for the police
I
to
totally agree.
get rid of you.
Totally
Yeah, it just
agree.
doesn't do it. Likes on Facebook do absolutely nothing. I mean, maybe you'll get your mom interested, but
Yeah. It's all. I mean, that's another conversation. We could definitely deep dive into what all that's about. But I was out there. I can show a couple pictures. I'll show like one picture and we can talk about it. Let's. I'll pull up this one, and I feel like this kind of sums up the night. And again, I'm saying to you that I do not think that there was a big crowd there, right? That's literally what I just said. And this is what the police were doing.
I wish I could see it. I don't think I can actually see it.
Oh, on the stream you
I'll
should
pick.
be able to see it, right?
I'll just watch our stream. I'll watch our own stream.
Okay.
There we go.
Um, so the police kettled a group of people, which if you don't know what that means, they basically surround you and then attempt to arrest you. But what they then do after that is they push the protesters that are trying to be like, free the people, let them go, blah, blah, blah. And then they push you, they shove you, they make lines, and then the line moves, and, as they get violent, people leave and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like this picture. Are you seeing the picture now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a rubber bullet gun. The way to use
Jesus.
a rubber bullet gun is
So close.
You're supposed to you have to bounce it off the ground. Like that's the proper way to use a rubber bullet.
Is that right? Really? Is that right?
Yeah, they bounce it. You bounce it, right?
I mean, I've only seen them shoot it directly at people's faces. So I had no idea that that's how they're supposed to do
That's
it.
technically how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to bounce it off the ground because the impact of it is very powerful. Even when it bounces off the ground, it's very powerful, obviously. So, yeah, you see there's a girl that's yelling and her boyfriend's like protecting her, and this cop in the middle was like putting the baton into their guts and moving us, and then this guy's pointing the rubber bullet at him. And I'm telling you, like, there's like 20 people there. Like 20 to 30 people. Like, I don't understand why it needs to be this violent to move 20, 30 people. I mean, just let them just let them speak. I don't really get
And
it.
also, yeah, 20, 30 people can be out in the streets. Why can't they be out there? Right? What are they? Were they destroying things? Were they
Not that I
ripping?
know of. No, nothing.
Were they kicking down windows and
No. It's
hurting? Well, the one thing that the cops do love to protect is the property. So if they weren't destroying the property, I don't understand why they cared.
yeah.
But I think I don't know. It's any chance to assert dominance is
Yeah, and
something they will do.
that was the first night, and I went out last night, and there was literally only 30 people there, and there was no organizers, and I think the cops could tell that it was very disorganized, so they didn't even bother, which was interesting.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I think it's good for us to just show kind of shit we're doing, no matter what it is. This is just something
Yeah,
that I did over the weekend.
Just so happens to be
It just so happens, but yep.
one of the worst things the Supreme Court's ever done in the history of the Supreme Court, maybe.
We have seen some historic things these last couple of years. That is
Oh yeah.
for sure.
Hey man, the fall of man is happening, and we're here to document it.
Okay, so let's go back and we can look at our own faces again. What are we talking about today, Mr. Mikey?
Good question. I think we are planning to talk about our rigs. So our camera rigs. Is that right?
I think so. I mean, I think it's the only reason why they're sitting here like this.
Does this topic tell me why this topic? Well, if you're anything like me, how much time have you spent building, rebuilding, finding parts for, and perfecting your rig?
I hate that it is like a hodgepodge. You can't just like buy a full-on thing and be like, perfect. This is everything.
You can, but they're expensive, and B, they're not perfect.
Right. And I don't know, is it on purpose? These
I
companies
don't know.
like small mine is basically small rig and Tilta are like the all the parts for mine.
Yeah, Tilta makes really good stuff.
I like small rig because they're kind of cheap.
They're affordable. Yeah,
That
small rig.
China shit, which is good.
If you if you wait a month after Tilta comes out with something, small rig will likely make a cheaper version of it,
It just,
and the quality is hit or miss. But
yeah, I haven't had anything too bad from them, but yeah, this is the XT4. Um,
yeah, so tell them about your so first, what do you use your like what is that rig for? Like the kind of shooting that you do with that rig.
this is my official documentary rig. When I'm out,
It's a dock rig.
yes, when I'm out shooting in the field, I don't typically take the focus ring. Um, I'm more comfortable
Really?
finagling it. Yeah,
Hand on the front.
I don't know if it's because I just don't practice enough with it, or if it's just I've also like the grip, right? Like when you're like this, you're basically one hand, and then it's almost kind of like this left hand isn't supporting as much as far as
Sure.
like the other way. I have like really good support holding it. But yeah, so and then I have the Atomos Ninja on top. These rails are just there, and then I put this. What are these batteries called again? I forget. I
V
just
mount,
have
I
this.
think.
Yeah, V mount, and that is to either. I typically run it to the camera so that the battery doesn't run out ever in the camera. Sometimes I'll run it to both the D tap on the monitor and the battery, but it doesn't last that long if I want to do it that way.
You're running both you're powering
Yeah.
both the monitor and the
Mhm.
camera.
Mhm. Um.
How long does it last if you're doing that, and how long does it last
Like
if you're not?
maybe like 2 hours for the monitor. The monitor basically kills the battery by itself. Like the monitor will eat through this thing pretty quickly, like 2 hours worth.
That's because it's a recorder too, though, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
part of what's
Right.
sucking all the power out.
Yeah. So I bought these. I bought some new batteries just to double up on that.
Those are the Sony MPF ones,
Yep.
right?
Yep. I mean that's about it, really. I mean those are the only things I really need. I put a handle on the side for extra grip, right?
Nice.
Um, for all you Fuji fans, let me take this off so we can bring it closer.
Yeah, let's see a little closer.
Um, the thumb grip is very important for me.
Yeah.
This is a good accessory because you got this and you got the thumb grip. So now,
Where's the thumb grip? The thumb grip's
yeah,
up on
it's
the
in
cold
the
shoe. Yeah.
cold shoe. Yeah. So now when you're
Yeah.
holding it, I gotta. I'm pretty good. I should practice with this. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, not to jump ahead, I much prefer that
Yeah.
personally.
Is
I
it
use it
smoother or what?
only.
Why?
Um. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm just used. I don't like craning my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is more natural of a position on the side
Yeah.
than underneath. But I wasn't, I mean, I'm also not a photographer initially, and maybe that's where you got that um, muscle memory, right, from shooting
Yeah. I
photography and
don't know.
holding it like that.
I don't know what it is actually. Yeah, and then I
It
have
might
like.
be
Sorry, go
more
ahead.
stable. It might be more
Oh,
stable. I don't
right.
know.
Yeah, and I have like these long like weird like phalange fingers too. So I really like grip around the rail in the front, and then just the two like this. So then I'm really
Yeah.
it's very and it's very
Do you ever fi-
precise. It's
do you ever find do you ever have trouble like if you have to like change like you're shooting somebody up close and you have to go all the way to the
All the
back,
way, yeah.
like having to move it a
Yeah,
lot.
that's tough. That's tough for sure. That's tough for sure.
I think that's the one thing that this helps with, or that the follow focus helps with, is that to get like a big pull
Uh-huh.
to the other end of the spectrum,
What
or of the length.
what follow focus are you using? I got the Tilta one. This was like their $100 one. That's really nice. I like it.
4 follow focuses I've collected over the years.
I still like that one that you have. That's at that weird angle. It's like
Yeah, I'll show that.
it's
I'll
a
show that one in a
triangle.
second. But
Uh,
I have that one. I just bought that one recently for I have 3 different rigs I use. One of them is here, so
okay,
I can't show it, but that one I use on this rig.
got it. Yeah.
And then I have 3 others, but one of them I just don't use. Sometimes I use it. I'll get into that when I get to mine. But so how long does it last again? Did you say, like, now without the monitor? Like if the monitor has its own battery, how long did the whole thing last?
I think with the whole thing, without having to change the battery, this can go for like 5 or 6 hours. I can go like
Just
I
on the
can
camera.
literally go
All
all
right.
day without swapping this battery out. Like I never have
Nice.
to even think about it, and that's why I got it because I was like, these are really good, but I was like, maybe I should just go for it, like just get it, and then I don't have to even think about batteries as much. And then
Yeah, I almost went V mount, but they're so expensive.
it is pretty expensive. I think this one was like almost $200 maybe for this.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
Damn.
I know. But I mean, if I bought that instead of getting 3 batteries, I mean, each battery is 60, $70 anyway. So it's kind of a trade off. Like if you're getting
Oh, that's true.
unlimited,
I'm more talking between that and the Sony batteries, because that's what I use. I use the Sony ones, that
oh,
the
right,
one
right,
the
right.
one you have on
Like
the back of
this.
your, yeah. I use those for my primary battery. They're not as big, obviously,
Yeah,
but they're cheaper. They're like, you can get them third party for like,
yeah,
I
dirt cheap,
mean,
dirt cheap. They make so many of them.
$40.
Yeah, I got these.
25 bucks.
I forgot how much I got for these, but they're huge, and it came with a really nice charger.
Right.
Um, let's see what else do I have on here. So this is a small rig back plate thing or a V mount holder, and then it's got like the double rails, so you can clamp it onto the rails.
Hmm.
This is a small rig cage. I like this cage, except I think I already showed you this, but the way it's designed, once you put the rails on it, I can't actually access this battery door without pulling the rails off of it. The
That's the
entire
worst thing.
the entire thing though. Like
That's terrible.
so I have to take off the tripod mount, unscrew this from the bottom of the thing, and then be able to. I don't know if you can see this
The worst
clearly.
thing I've ever heard in my life.
Like, look at this. It does. The battery just won't come out. I gotta get this light better out. Here we go.
I think you can take that door off, can you? What if you just rip that door off?
It's not even about the door. Like,
Oh,
I
it'll still not come out.
actually, that's a good idea. Maybe I
I
should
think
just rip the door off.
I think the doors can just come off, but then it won't be waterproof. Not that it necessarily is
Yeah, I
that
guess it
waterproof,
depends where
but
I'm going. If I'm getting like dust and shit up in the fucking contacts down there.
yeah, that could be bad.
Um,
Throw a piece of gaff tape over it.
yeah, that's a good idea. Why not?
um,
Let's see. I have this tiny little handle. I know you commented on this
that's
because
too small for my hand, but it looks nice.
I was using because it was a much smaller rig when it in its first inception, right? Didn't have the rails. It was basically didn't have the monitor, so it was just this and the cage. So it was very small, and I wanted to be
Right.
able to maneuver it. But yeah, it's too small for this whole thing now. It's very uncomfortable. It's hard to hold. And then I usually have this contact Zeiss lens, the 28f2, with the some weird eBay booster that I found. I don't know.
Is that Viltrox
It works
booster?
good.
Or
No, it's not even. It's a Zhongyi.
oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's worked really good. I like it. The images still look pretty good. Um, Yeah, that's
Yeah, those budget boosters, like the difference between that and Metabones as far as quality is like
yeah,
infinitesimal. It's like
yeah.
the last 10% of image quality.
Metabones is like $600
They're
versus
so expensive.
like a
Yeah.
hundred fifty bucks or whatever.
I have one, but I only got it because it was on eBay for like 250 or 300,
Mm,
which is like sort of a deal,
yeah,
but still like yeah, I have two Viltrox speed boosters that are like $60.
yeah, it makes no difference. Um,
Right.
oh, I do want to complain about one other thing.
Sure.
So I bought this Atomos, right? I'm gonna have to go grab this. Let me go grab it off. Actually, is it in my desk?
What is it?
It's the hard drive. Hold on a second here.
Yeah, well, I'll vamp while you go. I think so the hard drives
It
that go
has
with
like
that.
it comes with this. It comes with this plastic case, right? So you buy a SSD or whatever, and you put
Like a sled, right?
it's a sled, right? It comes out past the size of the actual monitor. So
Okay.
it juts out. Okay, this is you're paying $600 for this. And the thing that you keep your footage on is a piece of plastic
Like sticking out.
sticking out that can just fucking get ripped right off and probably destroy this whole like thing right here. And then you can buy some company called like Angel Bird or something. They have like the Angel Bird box, and if it's
Yeah.
perfect in there, and it costs fucking another like $200 or whatever. Okay,
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
so I googled, and I found this guy called the Lunchbox. Okay,
Nice.
it's a $60 like piece of aluminum that you open up, and all you have to do is you buy a SSD. It's a specific kind of SSD that fits in here. You just have to take the SSD apart. I know
Those
people.
little ones, those
Yeah,
M2
yeah. So I'm
two ones.
sure people
Yeah.
are kind of weird about that, but you literally take it apart, and then you have this nice fucking compact, great, slides right in. No fucking piece of plastic sticking out to the edge of this thing. And then it's not covering the fan now. So I don't really understand
Yeah, that's stupid. It's
what
stupid design.
these companies, man. I don't really
It's
get
silly.
it. You pay all this money to get what is the best of the best. So
I
this,
know.
and like something like that just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Um,
Do you only record to that or do you ever
no,
record internal?
it depends what I'm shooting. If I'm
Yeah.
doing like, if I'm doing the fucking most of my doc stuff, I've been trying to shoot that just so I can like see what the footage looks like because I'm not used to like looking at it and color correcting and all that stuff. So,
Right.
but depends.
Cool.
Yeah, that's about it.
And so you prefer just that 28? You don't like a zoom on there? You're thinking about getting a zoom?
You know me, man.
I mean, I agree, but I'm
I
just
don't even
I'm
own
just
it.
asking the
I
I'm just
don't
asking
even
the
own a
question.
Zoom. I got.
I have one I have one zoom and it's right here.
Right. I got what?
This is
Eight.
my zoom.
I got 8 lenses and none of them are zooms. Oh yeah, see. You just
You like my zoom?
let me do the Fuji zoom.
Oh yeah, the digital zoom. Oh boy, that
Uh,
looks that
yeah.
looks real good.
So XC4 for this rig, I mean, it's expensive.
How do you swap lenses? Do you ever swap lenses? Like, what's your do you ever have to swap lenses on the streets?
Yeah, I carry a. I bought this. Thought it was here. Oh, it's over there in the corner. I bought a dumb K bag. It's like kind of like smaller that just pretty much carries lenses in it.
I use that f-stop fanny pack.
Yeah, yeah. The only other lens I swap to basically is I have a 85 that I swap to another Contax 85-1.4. That's really nice.
That's cool.
It's the build quality of it and like the size of it is so good. I don't know. I don't know what it is about these lenses, but they were killing it for a moment, I guess. You know?
Yeah, those contact lenses are those are the same ones that
Yeah.
I have, but mine are newer. But Zeiss, it's the same glass, same. They made the same pieces of glass, just put it in a new. Mine are Nikon, so they put it in a Nikon housing,
That's what
um,
it is.
but they're just redoing. They just take the same glass setup and the same design, and then build a different. They've been building newer lenses off of it. I think their newest lenses, like those crazy looking Otis lenses, the ones I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They look like weird dildos because they're smooth all across the way.
Yeah. Oh,
They're real.
they are very smooth.
They're very smooth. Those are new design, but I think anything before that has been like the old design from like the 70s still. So you're getting the same glass I got, but probably more affordable.
It was affordable. I feel like it's now not affordable again.
Yeah, because people caught wind, right?
People are buying that shit up.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, let's talk about whatever guy you want to talk about. Look at that thing back there.
I got so many. Well,
Yeah.
first I'm going to do my Fuji because
Okay.
that's what we like to talk about. So I
There
actually
it
go
is.
different. I go a different route with Fuji, and very minimal. I use the battery pack
Yeah, the grip.
and this weirdo follow focus, which actually can be here, or I can flip it, and I can put it up here, which is kind of crazy.
Weird.
I can like hold it here, but that's more like if it's on a tripod and I just want to do it, which I actually was doing the other night. But yeah, this is nice. I mean, it's nice and solid. You just hold this thing, and I use my little Fuji mini. This is the 23, but the little compact primes. I have like the 4 of them, so I use those on here, and they come off and on. They all have exactly the same. It's really awesome, actually. Exactly the same distance between this and
That's good.
the gear, so I don't even have to move the gear to take them off.
Yeah.
I just
That's really nice.
I just pull it off like this.
Boop.
And then put the other one, and the other one has the same
kit is so light.
thing. It's super light. It's super easy. I actually do the eyepiece to do it really steady.
That's cool. Yeah, because
I look really cool.
It's so small compared to your head.
Yeah, it's tiny compared to my hand too. I mean, look how big my fucking hand is on
And
this
I
thing.
think for people that are watching this and looking at those lenses, they call those the Fujicrons. Those are awesome.
Yeah, they're the 23. Wait, 16, 28, 23, 35, 50 f2.
Yep.
And then there's sort of the 90, but the 90 is not really part of this group.
Yeah.
But it's a different thing. But they're like all this big. They're tiny, so the whole thing is like really compact. You don't have this big lens off of it. I usually actually put a strap on this, and then I can drop it to my side to swap lenses. So I keep the strap around my neck. This is my I'm running around outside or getting B-roll at like an event, and I don't want to be a big stupid asshole with a big giant camera.
Yeah.
It's all internally recording though, so it's as good as that gets. But
that doesn't matter for those types of things. Yeah.
No.
When you ask about the event, I do the exact same thing. I pull all the shit off because I don't want to look like an asshole.
Right.
I do want to look like
right.
an asshole.
Although people think I'm taking pictures too, which is annoying. But
that's something that will never.
So a couple complaints about this. Number one, this screen is too small and it only goes like this. So if I want to shoot this way, the screen is like not facing me, and I can't turn it. I can't turn it towards me, which is really fucking stupid. The new XH2 will fix that. Also, the battery grip is great because it lasts forever. However, and it's easy to swap the batteries because you just pull the sled out.
And it also doesn't kill it, right? When you pull the sled?
It doesn't kill the power, but it does kill the recording. And it does kill the recording when it switches from batteries, which is the worst, dude. So that when this battery dies, one of the 3, it cuts and then swaps to this battery.
They gotta fix that with the new one.
They better. That is like the most useless shit in the world. Although I probably won't get the battery pack because the new one's battery life seems pretty good. So we'll see.
I guess it depends. Again, cost wise, that's like
Yeah.
300 extra bucks.
Yeah. Well, I'll get it, used later or whatever. But
Yeah.
but otherwise, I really love this setup. It keeps things small, but still, pretty professional looking ish and steady. And I got the tripod plate. I was using it the other night with this giant lens.
That's a great set.
My
That's a
my
really great
80 to
set.
200
Oh my
to
God,
shoot
looking at the fucking things on that thing.
to shoot
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
shoot down on a stage, and that was really annoying because I was shooting an event, like a show, right?
Mhm.
And it kept cutting every time it switched batteries. It was driving me
Yeah.
nuts.
And
Yeah,
these
it
are
was stupid.
things, these are limitations that we get from Fuji, right? Like those are, because they're
Well,
not
this
cinema
is
cameras, those are things that you really have to take into consideration when
this is why I got a Black Magic. So I'll switch over to this. Why I ended up buying the Black Magic was because I was trying to use this as my main camera for so long, but I kept running into these limitations, like the switching of mostly like cutting when it shouldn't.
Yeah,
The 30-minute time limit is really annoying.
that's brutal.
And it would cut when the monitor died. I had a monitor I used to put on this. If the monitor died or the plug accidentally came out, which with these stupid micro HDMI ports
They gave you your dream.
pops out all the time. Yeah, they finally did it. So like it's just like so annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I had to get I still use it for B-roll and running around, but for like interviews and like narrative stuff, I had to get the Blackmagic. So I got the Blackmagic Pocket 4K, which is like the cheapest raw shooting camera you can buy, and set up this rig. So I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh yeah. This is a half small rig cage.
Yeah.
You can kind of see.
Yeah.
It just goes up the side and across the bottom. It's not on the top or the other side, which I liked.
How do you hang a mic on that thing? You don't put a mic on it?
This thing?
Yeah.
I put it right on the cold shoe. I have a
Oh,
cold
you just
shoe
put
mount.
it on the cold shoe.
Yeah, and then just run a little cord over to the side. Okay, so this is the Blackmagic.
Yeah.
The MPF battery goes right here. It lasts about 2 hours, which isn't great, but it also powers both the monitor and the camera. The nice thing about that is when I'm shooting, when the monitor dies, I know that the battery died or is gonna die soon.
Because
And so because it's powering both. And the camera has a battery inside. So if this dies, the camera will keep going for another 20 or so minutes. That battery's really shitty, but so then I know, okay, I got to swap the battery because the monitor died. So then I can hot swap the battery. I can just pull the battery out, and it'll keep recording. Pop a new battery in. It won't stop recording, and then the monitor will turn back on, and we'll be good to go. So
that's cool. Okay.
it's like the best setup, and I wish that I could do that with the Fuji, but I can't. I've got this giant follow focus. It's probably a little bit overkill, but I like it. Yeah, it's got the stops you can set if you like know you want to do a from here to here.
Yeah.
You set these little stops so that you can do it. So that's for my like narrative stuff. This monitor I just got, it's like 2000 nits or something. It's like the brightest monitor you can get.
Yeah, when I shoot with the
Like
monitor,
ridiculous. It's like
feels
ridiculously
so
bright.
much better than the fucking screens on the cameras. I did not realize how much better it was to shoot with the monitors.
Oh, it's so much better. Yeah.
So it works
Especially on the Fujis, you can really like see the composition. You don't, it feels less crowded.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's weird, but it does feel and looks so good.
Right. The cage on this one is I think the best cage for the Blackmagic is the Tilta cage. It's got the connectors. You can they come out to the side, so the HDMI and the USB-C. It records directly to just one of those Samsung T5
Yep, nice
SSDs, which are like so cheap and affordable. I can just shoot forever.
Yeah.
I've got the monitor off to the side here. I don't like the monitor in the middle, so I actually got this little bar
Yeah.
to put it off to the side,
Maybe I should,
which I like.
maybe I should try that. If I get a new
I
handle and bring it to the side instead.
Yeah, it's hard to find the right setup for it, but this one seems to be working so far. I just like it because I usually am shooting like this, right? Where it's to the, you kind of see where it's
Yeah.
like I don't want it like directly in front of me. I kind of want it
Yeah.
off to the side.
I think
And
too, it makes it less top heavy once you bring it to the side. That's kind of
yeah,
how I
right.
feel about this.
Right.
Is that it's so heavy up top.
Right. I kind of wish it was lower. I kind of wish it was like here,
Yeah.
but I can't really get it perfect. Also on this side, I have a wireless receiver if I need to send wireless video. Again, that's usually for like corporate clients and shit like that. But let's see what else. I got the battery running it. Oh, and then I got this matte box, this giant matte box, which is maybe a little bit big for this. I got it used on eBay, so you could probably get something a little bit more sleek. But I like the fabric that keeps the glare out from behind.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
And
it looks really cool with that thing on.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And then you can put. I have one. I need to get another one, but I have one ND square, and you put that in the little sled here.
Ooh,
and then
that sounds.
So you drop the you drop the ND in there.
Yeah.
That goes in there, and then
that's really nice.
You're good. And then if I need more ND, I usually put that on. So I'll double it up with the lens ND.
Yeah.
And then I'll put this one on it.
Lens ND on mine too. I like that matte box, but it is a little big. I wish
it's
the
huge.
front would be a little bit smaller. But I do like the cloth though. I was telling you that.
Yeah.
Because these lenses, the barrel moves, so it's.
Yeah, so you don't have to this one I have some that do as well, so it's nice that you don't have to worry about them messing up the connection there. Yeah. But the one thing, it is big, but it's like you can also put an eyebrow up here, a little like flare blocker. And then you can pull this and it swings out of the way.
So you can swap it easily.
And then you swap lenses and then pop it back on, and that's ready to go.
The camera is never really handheld that often, right? Or it is?
I do it sometimes. I mean, I don't mind. I'm not like running around documentary style, but like if I'm shooting like some things where we're running around a little bit in one area, I'll hold it like this, and I can keep it pretty steady. I'm not gonna like move because it doesn't. Yeah. This doesn't have IBIS, obviously. Yeah. But I'll set up my shot kind of like holding the bottom and holding this, or holding like this, so I can find focus, and I'll kind of handheld it this way. Or I also have rented the Easy Rig, the stupid turtle backpack. Mm-hmm. And you just put that right here, and this is the perfect setup for that. So it's like it's heavy, but it's not on my arms. It's on the Easy Rig. And I can run around all day from that.
I wish that thing didn't look so stupid, because it does. Like, logically in my head, I'm like, that makes a lot of sense for like
looking
this and like how to carry it all day. But
it's amazing, but you look so stupid.
You look like an asshole for sure. What kind of tripod is that?
This is a Vinton Vision 8 AS. Mm-hmm. Looks nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice. I got it. So I got most of my stuff when my buddy Scott was working at Zacuto.
Yeah.
And he was doing the rental department, and then they closed the rental department, and he basically sold me all of their stuff.
You got all those deals. That was a good deal. Good.
I got 5 lenses for like $400, and they were all those Zeiss lenses. It was like I basically stole them from them. So, thanks, Zacuto.
Shout out to Zacuto and their shitty company.
They made this. This is a Zacuto.
No, I know, yeah, but they were on top when before China got involved, I think. Like, really,
they were, yeah, and they make them here. They manufacture them in Chicago, so like it's just untenable monetarily for them.
That's
But I wish they could because I like that it's made here.
yeah,
But
that's true.
it's just not it's not affordable to make stuff in the U.S. anymore because China's killing it and killing their own people.
But it's all worth
Not that
it.
we're not.
It's all worth it just so you can get your camera rig just right,
That's right. Just the right,
Just
perfect piece.
just right. Yeah, I had a hood on mine. I told you I put it on top of my car and I drove away. I couldn't find it. So that was $120 just, thrown into the
What? Wait,
sheets.
what did you forget?
It was
The hood?
or yeah, the hood. I had a matte box.
Oh, the matte
I
box.
drove
That's
in
right.
and the whole fucking thing's gone. Um,
That sucks, dude.
yeah, it sucks. But I'm gonna find that cloth. I'm gonna find one with that cloth on it because I feel like that's better.
My last rig, which is what I'm using here, I use it looks actually a lot like yours. I do like a single monitor, just a simple cage with a handle, and then I have my zoom lens on it, which is it's like a native Micro Four Thirds lens. It's like 20 to no, sorry, 12 to 40,
Okay.
which ends up with the crop. It's like 24 to 70 basically.
Yeah.
2.8.
That's pretty
Um,
good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great. I mean, sometimes it's too dark and I need to boost the ISO more than I want to. Actually, right now the ISO is like 6500 because I don't have any lights in here. But
looks
um,
fine.
yeah, I mean it's clean enough for at least this. It's a
Yeah.
little noisy otherwise, but yeah. So that's it. I mean, I like them all. I don't know what I don't know what I'm gonna do when I get the XH2. This is gonna be a whole confusing transition for me.
Because it's gonna be kind of an in between of those two rigs, pretty much.
Yeah, it's gonna be better than this for sure.
It might
It's gonna be
It might
better than this in a lot of ways,
It might
but
be, yeah.
I don't do.
If it can do all the things that the XH1 wasn't able to do for you in terms of long recording times and all that stuff, you might be putting that as a B cam now. The main one.
It's maybe, but the issue is this is my only. So you have like the Expo 3, right? And you do photos on that.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't have another photo camera.
Mm-hmm.
So like I use the XH1 on here, and then if I need to go and just shoot some photos somewhere, because I do hobby photos, but sometimes also a client just wants a couple photos.
Yeah,
I just
take it off.
I just pop it off the battery grip. This is
Yeah, that's
still
nice.
left.
Yeah, that's really nice.
And then I just have my camera and I can go and shoot photos. If I set it up in a rig like this, I mean, then I'm like, I have to pop it out of that rig to get it out and do photos.
Well, for photos, then, I mean, that's all you need for photos, right? Like, you don't need
Right, but like,
H2. Well, then.
well, that's true. I could just keep this and use this for photos, and then use the XH2 for video. I
You're not thinking
guess.
about getting rid of that camera, are you? I don't.
I was thinking about it.
Really? I feel
This
like
one.
a couple $100 probably. How much?
I mean, depends when it comes out, but right now I think I can get 7 for it.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, if the XH2 is great, maybe I'll get rid of my Black Magics, but I don't know. I haven't decided.
You gotta
Because
see
like
it first.
I like them, but they're limited. They're limiting. You know, they're like
That's
I like to talk about the Black Magic Lure. I like them a lot, but like the ISOs are very limited. Like they do have 2 native ISOs, so you can do some low light stuff. But if you go anywhere outside of them, it gets real noisy. So you kind of have to be at either 400 or 3200, and then kind of add ND or
right.
or a faster lens to get it where you need it. Because like
That
going
sensor's so
even.
small, right?
It's tiny and it's just it's just noisy anywhere outside of those too. Or you can go lower than 400 or you can go lower than 3200 to like 22,000 and you can get, and it'll still look good. But if you go anywhere above 3200 ISO on this camera, it gets so noisy.
I think, I don't know if anyone's talking about that yet, but I do think that the XH2 ISO is going to be pretty nasty.
Dude, from what I've heard, it's going to be crazy.
It's going to be nasty. You're going to crank like He's like not even think about it, right? Just like fuck it. Let me just go to this. It's dark.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
And you don't and you have to, and you won't have to worry about it looking like shit like with the Sonys where like they were like you can shoot at
oh yeah.
128,000 ISO except it looks like
Yeah,
garbage.
there's fucking you would never use that.
It's not noisy, but the colors are all fucked up. Um, I mean, maybe I'll keep one of these. I don't know. I gotta figure out. Now I'm gonna have 4 cameras, so I gotta figure something out. I gotta get rid of something.
That's too many cameras. Wait, what camera is are you shooting with the right now? What's the one shooting you?
Same thing. So I have 2 of these.
Oh,
Did I never tell you the story?
no,
The
I didn't
guy,
realize you had to.
our guy on Craigslist. I saw on Craigslist one of these pop up. So these are 1250 new. And a guy put one on Craigslist for $400, and I was like, either he doesn't know,
What?
either this is a typo, or he doesn't know what it's worth, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna see. I'll go buy it for $400. And he was like, yeah, so I bought this to make movies, but my iPhone just looks so much better. So I just use my iPhone all the time. And I was like, yeah, iPhone looks really nice. So $400?
You 350, right? Because
Right.
I
It's
could
like
use my
kind of
iPhone
old.
too.
Oh, that's what I use. Yeah.
That's pretty.
It's crazy. It was brand new. It was brand fucking new. And he sold it to me for under 50% what it's worth. It was crazy. So now I have 2 of these.
Got it. I think that's one of the big benefits too of using these little smaller camera companies is people are just dumping them for fucking dirt cheap because they're already cheap to
Yeah.
kind of begin with. So then when people dump
Yeah.
them, they're like
They just don't care.
When they're usually beginners, right? So like they're like amateur for like photographers. So it's like they buy it and they're like, it's not as usable
Yeah.
as I wanted it to be, and blah blah blah.
100%. 100%. I yeah, I think I'll probably keep one of them, but maybe I'll get rid of the other one, especially because if I got it for 400 and I can sell it for like
I think,
900,
I think
I'll
you're
do it.
definitely gonna probably have to get rid of one of the Black Magics. You don't need two
Yeah.
of those.
Especially because I'm dropping so much money on this fucking new XH2.
Yeah, because that one back there is about to be regulated to a B camera. So
It's about to be not the main. I don't know. We'll see because it does shoot RAW, and the RAW is awesome. Like
yeah, but so does the XH2.
that's one thing I can't beat the ability to edit this. Well, yeah, I mean the XH2 potentially you can get that. So if you maybe you pull it up, this is one thing I wanted to mention. The Blackmagic Focus Assist 7, I think it's called.
Okay.
Let me look.
What is that?
It's basically the Atomos.
Oh, got it. It's like a monitor.
It's a monitor that.
The Design Video Assist. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So this will record 4K Blackmagic RAW from cameras that are able to send them the right feed to do it. So any camera. So like there's some Panasonics, but Fuji is just updated their current cameras to be able to do that. And so I think your camera can, and the new XH2 will be able to as well. So what I could do is get something like that because I like using Blackmagic RAW, put that on the XH2.
That's
and shoot Blackmagic
we should
RAW that
definitely
way.
have a conversation about the difference between those because that's interesting.
Yeah.
This looks nice.
Yeah, it's hard because it's RAW, so you got to kind of know what you're doing. But
yeah,
it's really useful. Like all I do is I found a LUT that I like, and I just throw that on, and then I have so much ability to like pull the highlights back or pull the shadows up that you just don't have with even ProRes. So it's I don't know. I now rely on it almost.
Oh look,
and it's tiny. Like the Blackmagic RAW is smaller than ProRes. The files are smaller than ProRes.
See, that's awesome.
It's crazy. I don't know how they did it.
This one has USB webcam output, bro. So.
Which one?
I'm just kidding. The video assist. They got a 5-inch and a 7-inch, but the 7-inch has 2 mini XLRs on the side, which is kind of cool.
And the 5-inch doesn't record 4K, I don't think. Although maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong about that actually.
No, it doesn't.
It does?
It
okay.
doesn't.
Well, yeah, I guess the 5-inch would be fine too.
It's
cheaper.
It's a $100 difference.
Right. So anyway, I mean that's an option. So maybe I'll do the XH2 with that. But then I still have the problem of needing to rip the rig apart if I want to just grab my camera and go on a hike
Yeah,
and take pictures on a hike, you know? And do I want to take the camera that I use as my professional video
probably not.
camera on a hike and then not have a backup? I mean, I guess I'll keep this as a backup, but like, I don't know. It's just a weird situation with these hybrid cameras because
Too much.
it's perfect for a lot of situations, but like,
Just buy a X100 for your photography camera and call it a day.
right? Is that the option? Do I just ditch both the Black Magics, get
Get a X100, dude.
keep this?
So tiny.
For,
I don't.
maybe I just keep this for photos.
Yeah, I don't. I feel like because that's also a B camera as well.
Sort of. I mean, the 30-minute limit. It's like
Yeah, I guess, but
I'm not gonna go and hit record
you
every
can
30 minutes.
still you can still use that as your B-roll camera though. Then, like, no matter what,
Yeah,
it can
maybe.
still be regulated to what it does now. You're basically just gonna decide whether you want to trade that big guy, that Black Magic, for the XH2.
Right. But like if I'm going on that's the thing, if I'm going on vacation, I want to bring the good camera.
Yeah, you just gotta
I
bring
want
it.
to
It is what it
then I got to
is.
but then I got to rip it out of the thing. I'm just
Oh
lazy.
well, yeah, a boo fucking who. We gotta get the sound effects in here. I gotta find out how to do it so we can do like
Wow.
cry me. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely privilege problems over here, but it's nice that I have the choices now. I just gotta
Yeah.
once I get this camera, I gotta figure out what I want to do.
Yeah, we'll hop on the stream to tell people and talk about it too. Did you notice that my camera keeps zooming in randomly, like digital zoom?
I did notice that.
Why is it doing that?
I don't know
It's
because
just
Fuji doesn't give a
it's
shit
just
about webcams.
it's just doing it for no reason. Just like
They just don't care about
I
updating the
thought
software.
I thought that I was the one that accidentally did it, but I can do that.
I think it happens when you do something, but I don't know what that thing is.
I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyway, anything else we want
I
to?
think
Any other
that's
questions
it.
for my rigs?
No, I think we can do. I think that's good. If you have any questions specifically,
Yeah, hit us with the questions if you don't if you don't know.
yeah, if you want to know what something is and you need a link, I'm gonna send you a link or something. But
Yeah, unlike other people, we're not gonna like list out all the stuff we have. We're just sort of like going over it. I think like the advice you can take from this is like building a custom rig is sort of like I don't know necessary these days, and
it's very
uh,
fun.
uh, it's super fun. And you just realize that you're probably gonna buy things that you don't use, and then you're gonna have to sell. That's just part of it.
Yeah, I have so many like rods and shit that I was like,
Yeah,
are these rods gonna work? And then it doesn't fucking work.
and then
So
they
you just
don't.
spend $15 there, and then there's yeah.
There's a lot of trial and error,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Also, like
Um,
you're saying, everybody likes like they like how everyone likes to hold their camera different and how things feel. So like
Yeah, like it took me years to come to this. This is only a recent evolution. Like I have this thing fully rigged out more so than yours, like this one, and that I did that. That was in Tijuana. Remember in Tijuana, I had like
yeah,
the
yeah.
full rig, um, and that wasn't doing it for me. And then I don't know. There it goes.
I'm back.
It just popped out.
I just zoomed out.
Why did it do that?
This is a ghost of a camera.
I think if I went to Tijuana again today, something like that, I would bring something like this and this.
Yeah, we would shoot the interview
Um,
with that one.
shoot the interview, or maybe even some of the beer. Again, like I don't mind running around with it as long as I'm not stuck running around with it all day and I
Yeah,
can't put
yeah,
it
yeah.
down.
I like
But like
shooting
if I'm getting
on a
something,
regular thing though. Feels
yeah,
good.
it's fun.
Yeah, feels good.
Or I'd probably just honestly, just get the easy rig
Right.
if we went back.
Yeah.
Like rent an easy rig, just wear the stupid
Wear it.
turtle all the whole time.
Yeah. I think that's a good. Yeah, I think the advice would just be that it is a journey to get your camera the way you want it, and it might be a never-ending journey for all we know.
It's always going to change. Again, I'm going to have to do a whole new figure out of this shit because I got a new camera coming.
Yeah.
Which I'm still like, I don't know. I guess I can always return it, but I'm like, it's a lot of money.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
I feel like you're gonna like it, but again, is it?
Oh, I'm gonna love it,
You're
100%.
gonna love it, right? But is it worth? Is that price tag better than what you already currently have right now in your home?
Yeah, that's the question, and these cover most of my bases.
Right. Right.
I don't know. I love the fact that this is a camera that was pretty affordable, even though after all you're rigging it out, this thing's like really expensive, but pretty affordable. I only use it for video. It shoots for as long as I want. It stays like this, and I just pull it out when I need to do things that it works for. And I don't know, that's something comforting about that. But so the hybrid camera, you're always like doing a new thing with it. You're always, setting it up for this, setting it up for interviews, setting it up for vacation photos.
It's definitely a type of shooting that's a little different than that. Like you're right.
Yeah.
You really have to, because when I was all last year, like during COVID, I was hybrid shooting video and photo, like on the run.
Right.
And that's
right.
insane.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. But
it's crazy.
It's just one switch, dude. So what can you say?
Actually, on the XH1, the switch is not easy.
Yeah, right. But they have remedied that since the inception of that camera.
Check this insane though thing you have to do in order to take photos, right? So I'm on video, right? And first of all, I can't even reach the damn thing because this part of the rig is in there. So I'm on video, and then I want to go to photo. I gotta go. Okay. But I gotta hit S, because if I go all the way, I'm on panorama.
It's not just all the way, yeah.
So I have to like go all the way except two. So it's like
that doesn't work.
It's so annoying.
That's very annoying. Yeah.
It was like they just need
one switch.
Well, what they need to do, I mean, as much as a switch is fine, I wish Sony, and I'm gonna talk good about Sony. Yeah, you can record video, stop recording, and then take a picture, and then start recording again. You don't have to switch anything. It'll just take a picture.
But are the picture settings the same, or are they separate picture settings?
They're what you have for video, so it's not ideal, but
because it's like
at least with the new XH, you can do the custom settings. Hopefully, if you just do like C1 is video, C2 is photo, you can just go.
You're gonna love that too, because I mean, literally, I told you, it's like once I go to video, it's all internal, and then when I switch to whatchamacallit, all my shit is back to dials. So it's kind of
I hope that I can just set those custom ones specifically, and they'll just change right to that. Like
I think so. You just put your photo on auto to start, dude. Once you go on there, if you're doing something quick, it could just go to auto, and then. But yeah.
Wow, I'm not gonna use auto.
Well, not auto, but you know what I mean. If you need something really fast.
Shutter priority or something.
Yeah.
Probably shutter priority, because I usually shoot with wide open. Yeah, I don't know. It's all a conundrum, and it's always changing, and this has worked for me right now, but
we will talk about the camera when it comes in.
Yeah, I'm excied.
We don't have any ideas for next week's episode, but we'll figure it out. This one was we thought of this at the end of the last episode, so
yeah, think about it. Maybe there's something obvious. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't, and are we wrapping it up here? Is this it?
I think
we need to get that intro back. I need to find that video file with we had it with the one of the demo songs you wrote with the guitar. It's like I need to find that.
Yeah, we need that and the logo so I can put it on the top. I'm waiting for my smooch.
I forgot. Oh my god, I have to go so far.
Oh no, I have it. I have your screen.
Wait, where do I have to go? Tell me where.
Okay, I'll tell you when. Okay, goodbye, everyone. We're gonna get canceled like Buzz Lightyear. Come closer. Mwah.